Lake Fork, Texas, how's everybody doing today? It is my favorite day of the week, Championship Sunday. This is a very special Championship Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the crowd, all the mothers watching online. Let's hear it for all the mothers. We literally would not be here without you, literally. So thank you all very much. And thank you. I mean, nothing says Happy Mother's Day like bringing your mom to a Bassmaster weigh-in. Who brought their mother to a Bassmaster weigh-in today? 4 of you. That's awesome. That is awesome. No, a whole bunch of you. We thank you for coming out here today. We're going to have a 10-angler weigh-in. 10 anglers remain in this tournament. We started this event with 102 anglers. 50 went out yesterday, and only the top 10 fish here on Championship Sunday. Today, you were able to watch the action all day long on Bassmaster.com as part of the Bass Cast. We also had Bass Live on FS1 this morning and this afternoon on Network Fox, Maine Network Fox. Your lake, Lake Fork, was featured on Network Fox. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Tackle Warehouse Bassmaster Elite at Lake Fork. Got to thank our friends from Tackle Warehouse. You see their booth back there. Make sure you swing by there. They got discount codes, all sorts of free stuff, and everybody loves free stuff. And they got the hottest baits in the world. A lot of those baits were used this week in this tournament. Make sure you check out Tackle Warehouse and thank them for bringing the Elite Series right back here to this part of the world. Before we can do our weigh-in, before we can conduct this tournament, we need to bring out our tournament director. I need you to get loud, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hear it for LT, Lisa Talmadge. Lisa, what an event here this week. Obviously, very different event. Well, different for you because you're not actually weighing any fish on the stage. We weigh them on the water, but tell me about your week.
Oh, it's been a great week. We couldn't do this event without our judges. You know, like Dave said, I normally am weighing here, but we had to get 102 plus about 5 extra just in case, train them, so make sure that everyone, it was equal on the water. So a lot of work behind the scenes. A big shout out to Tim Cook, our judge coordinator. Where is Tim? Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you. I think that's been 17 years for him. So thank you so much, Tim. And thank you guys for coming out. I mean, standing here in this rain and stuff, that's dedicated right there. So thank you so much. Also, we couldn't do this without our wonderful host. We have the best host here, Wood County, Christine Thomas, thank you so much. And also the Sabine River Authority. I don't know where Troy Henry and all of his staff, I mean, they are second to none. They are the best. So thank you so much. They've been carting everyone. Let's give them a big round of applause. All the Bass staff, thank you. I so much appreciate you all. There's a lot of here behind the scenes working. Thank you. And thank you again. Thanks for the hospitality. I appreciate you.
You ready to get this going? Are you guys ready to get this going? I need you to make lots and lots of noise, ladies and gentlemen. We have 10 anglers. One more time. Are you ready? It is Championship Sunday at the Tackle Warehouse, a Bassmaster Elite on legendary Lake Fork. One more time. Are you ready? Let's get ready to weigh our very first angler, making back-to-back top 10s on the Bassmaster Elite Series. He made the top 10 at Lake Hartwell. Well, he's also making back-to-back top 10s here on Lake Fork. He was part of our top 10 last year. He's a member of the Bassmaster Century Club. And looks like he might be a double-down member from Alabama, Wesley Gore. The only fish you'll see weighed in here on stage here or brought across the stage will be fish that are overs. That one obviously an over 24 inches. He had 77 pounds and 9 ounces. And that Hydrilla Gorilla right there anchored his bag. 77.9 going in today. Looking for 23.2. Hit it. 29 pounds, 13 ounces. With 107 pounds, 6 ounces, we have our first member of the Bassmaster Century Club, and this is your second century belt because you earned one here last year. Lake Fork's been very good to you.
Yeah, I'm starting to like this place. It's only the second time I've ever been here, and it feels like home every time I go out there. I fish like I do back at home. I run around, I fish shallow, I scope some, fish groups, and it just fits well for me. So, you know, I can't say nothing bad about this place. It has some giant fish, and it's absolute ball. I hated I had to catch that one twice there, but that was the first one that bit this morning, and I'm sure y'all got to see it, but I gave it a ride. So it's been a blessing this week. God is good. I mean, I had a tough first 2 days. I lost some fish, and I really didn't know what I was going to do. And then yesterday, it just was a miracle day, and everything that bit I caught. I never caught a great big one. I just had a bunch of 7-pounders and squeaked in there. We just went out there today and had fun and did what we wanted to do, and we caught almost 30 again.
You know you're in a special lake when you say, you know, I never really had any big ones. I just caught a bunch of 7-pounders. We're going to give you an opportunity to get the official belt to the Bassmaster Classic, which would be his second, but let's hold it high and signify this, a 2-time Bassmaster Century belt earner. So, Wesley, you're going to load our Yeti hot seat. You know how this works. The longer you sit there, the more you get paid. And, man, anything you would change?
No, not at all. I've had a very blessed week, like I said. You know, it just wasn't my days the first 2 days. I got to see them and touch some of them. It just wasn't meant to be. But I want to thank everybody that came out. This is unbelievable. I want to thank my mom and my grandmother for coming. They drove all the way from Alabama just to watch this weigh-in today. So, but everybody on this jersey, I wouldn't be standing up here without them. I'm going to tell you, I have the absolute best equipment out there. I would not change anything about anything I have. It's just flawless. I was so worked up after day one, I forgot to charge my trolling batteries, and I trolled all day, day two, and never killed them. So you have to have the best equipment to compete with these guys, and we got it. So
great week and a great finish. Don't go anywhere. We're going to load our Yeti hot seat. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. The longer he sits there, the more he gets paid. Let's get our next angler rolling this way. He is a 6-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a 2-time Bassmaster winner. This is his 22nd Bassmaster Top 10. He is the 2021 Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Newmarket, Minnesota, the amazing fighter man, Seth Feider. Seth Feider did it his way here this week. 79 pounds and 11 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that. Needs 27.12 to take the lead. Hit it. 21 pounds, 13 ounces. You are not going to take the lead, but with 101 pounds, 8 ounces, he too joins the Bassmaster Century Club, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get him to hold that high, because what he did here this week was very, very different. Seth Feider did it his way. And me and you have joked about you affectionately winning the Dirt Derby here this week because you fished nothing but shallow and put on a show and joined the Bassmaster Century Club.
Yeah, I had an amazing week. Fished almost flawlessly. I had lost one good fish all week, but, you know, fished a really good event. I'm just lucky to be here the way this lake's fishing right now, just to even make a top 10 doing what I'm doing. I fished a really good week, had a lot of fun. Swimming a jig and flipping a jig and caught a couple sight fishing. And but a real big key for me this week is these Leupold sunglasses. I got this new Daylight Max color. I can see really good in the water. I caught a couple big cruisers this week. I'm just lucky to see them far enough up ahead of the boat, pitch a jig to them and caught them. And yeah, like I said, just a really, really fun week. Just lucky to be here and looking forward to the Sabine.
Obviously, I mean, you haven't had a chance to watch the footage. You've been making the footage out there, but you stood out. I mean, Wesley caught some shallow fish, but he wasn't strictly shallow. To do what you did, I mean, guest after guest was on the live set today, and they were, like, amazed by what you did. The shallow bite definitely got affected by those gates being opened, it seemed. How did you do what so many tried to do and were unsuccessful?
I don't know. I think I just got lucky and found a couple good areas. I know there was a lot of people trying that in practice, and I really didn't expect to catch what I caught. after practice, I was seeing some 4-pounders up there shallow, and ended up getting lucky and catching some really big ones pretty much every day except for today. And I don't know, I'm just really lucky, I guess, and stuck with it. I think a lot of guys were bouncing back and forth, and I was just way too stubborn, and just that's all I know what to do.
Well, worked out good and a great week for him. Let's hear it for Seth Feider, ladies and gentlemen. And Wesley Gore stays in our Yeti hot seat. Let's roll our next angler this way. He is a 22-year-old angling superstar. He is a 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a former Bassmaster Collegiate Champion. He is a 2-time Bassmaster Open winner. He is the reigning Bassmaster Open's EQ Angler of the Year. He is the reigning and defending Bassmaster Classic Champion from Grand Rapids, Minnesota, the beastin' that is Easton Fothergill. This his 4th championship Sunday in a row. Started the day today with 81.9, looking for 25.14 to take the lead. 24 pounds, 15 ounces. 15 ounces short of the lead, but with 106 pounds, 8 ounces. We have another member of the Bassmaster Century Club. Lake Fork does it like no other. Everybody in the top 10 last year had a century belt, and we're on pace for that again here today. 106 pounds and 8 ounces, and Easton, we've joked about it, but man, that Bassmaster Classic momentum is paying off. You obviously made Championship Sunday on your way to a win there and have not missed a Championship Sunday since. I like hanging out with you on Sundays.
So I heard someone in the weigh-in yesterday say you look pretty on Sundays, and I agree. I hope I can see you every Sunday.
This week, how did you do it?
I ran all kinds of water all week. I mixed a bunch of different baits into the game plan. I caught a bunch of finesse, caught one on a big plug today, and, everything in between, just running around, running and gunning like I love to do. And, yeah, it worked out. It fit my style, just covering as much water as I can, putting my bait in front of as many bass as I possibly can in a day.
Last week you told us Lake Hartwell was your favorite lake, but there's a rumor that maybe you've changed your opinion.
Yeah, where I'm living right now, I'm near Guntersville, and I always used to think that was the most amazing lake ever, but my thoughts have changed. This is the most amazing lake I've ever been to. I caught my biggest ever, a 992, I think it was, and, countless 8-pounders in practice, and just, we can see them all in the forward-facing sonar, and, me and Wesley talk a little bit in practice. We're just giggling. We're just like, there's so many big ones in this place. So Texas Park and Wildlife, you guys are doing it right, because this place is unbelievable. It's got to be the best in the country.
Truly incredible, and you are one of the best in the country. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep them rolling this way. He is a 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a 2-time Bassmaster winner, a former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year. He is your current leader in progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points from Wisconsin, Przekurat. $81 pounds and 11 ounces to start the day today. He's got 5 fish. Looking for 25.12 to take the lead. 24 pounds, 12 ounces, 1 pound short of the lead, but with 106 pounds, 7 ounces. We have another member of the Bassmaster Century Club. Making him a 2-time. That's 2 century belts for him, and this is the first one on largemouth, the last one you got on smallmouth. But man, what a season 2025, truly incredible. And one of the most shocking things this week, anglers are synonymous for being in touch with the weather. And you're fishing on such natural instinct that this morning at takeoff, you were like, oh, I just realized it's supposed to rain today. You're not even paying attention to stuff.
I think it was just because I was so tired throughout the week, and my focus right now is on the Sabine River. I'd lie to you if Angler of the Year was not on my mind after this tournament, because this was my worry about this tournament. It's kind of feast or famine. If you don't catch them here, you end up in the 80s or the 90s, and I ended up catching them here somehow. Made the top 10, so couldn't be more excited. I want to say happy Mother's Day to my mom back home and everybody back home and everybody that supports me, and Strike King for making one of the baddest crankbaits out there. Caught most of my fish all on that this week. 6XD, 8XD, and the first ever bass I've ever caught on a 10XD was this week. So really out of my comfort zone this week for doing that kind of stuff, and obviously got the century belt for largemouth this time instead of smallmouth, so that's pretty cool.
An amazing season you're having. You're going to the Sabine River next, a much different fishery, obviously. How far out of the water do you think the first one will fly when you set the hook after fishing Fork for a week?
Us roommates actually just watched a bunch of videos last night of fish just flying out of the water. Me and Alex Redwine have a YouTube video from last year. You guys should go check it out. Probably 30 or 40 fish come flying out of the water on straight braid. We just got to get them in the boat tomorrow. But I am a little bit salty today. My roommate did take the best bet in the house for next week. We have a thing, whoever gets, down the list, whoever gets first, second, third, fourth, it's me, Wesley Gore, Alex Redwine, and Kyle Patrick, and I get the second choice this week. He got me on the last day.
Well, I got something to make you feel better before you leave the stage. A $1,000 bonus check for leading Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. That check gets a whole lot bigger come the end of the season. Let's hear it for Przekurat. Wesley, you went out in 10th place, but you're not in 10th anymore.
I know, I like this. I could sit here a lot longer, but who knows? I may sit here for a while, but I bet it's coming to a very quick end.
Well, I mean, your mom made a long trip all the way from Alabama, so you might as well stay there as long as possible. I mean, what kind of Mother's Day gift is she going to get?
Oh, whatever she wants. She drove here, so what else can I say?
Well, at least a gas card, if nothing else. Our next angler rolling this way. You've seen him before because he was part of our top 10 last year. He is a two-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a Bassmaster Open winner. Already won Century Belt, looking for another. From Maine, the main event, Tyler Williams. Back-to-back top 10s here on Lake Fork. Had 82 pounds and 9 ounces to start the day today. Obviously doesn't have an over, but looking for 24 pounds, 14 ounces. 28 pounds even! 28 pounds even! And with 110 pounds, 9 ounces, we have a brand new leader at the Tackle Warehouse Bassmaster Elite on Lake Fork. Let's hear it for Tyler Williams as he once again joins the Bassmaster Century Club. 110 pounds, 9 ounces. You are leading this event. 5 more anglers left to go. But, man, Lake Fork, I mean, I know you're a nomad that lives on the road all year long. But if you're looking for a place to move, Lake Fork, I mean, it's been pretty good to you. 2 back-to-back top 10s, 2 century belts. I'm sure you'd like to come here a few times a year.
Yeah, fortunately, it's on our list quite often. So I bet we'll be back soon. But, this place is amazing. I had kind of a tough day. Like, I say tough. I had 20 pounds for a long time, and then I might as well have slept for 6 hours, kind of like my Marshall did. But we rolled into a spot right near the takeoff here, and I caught a 7, a 6, lost another big one, and then caught another 6 with 4 minutes to go, and I had to come in. So my rods are a mess on the side of the boat right now, and it was crazy. I still got adrenaline from what happened. It was pretty cool. I know it was 28 pounds, and there's some big bags, but yeah, I'm proud of it.
Should be proud. And today, we've seen you do so much damage with a jig, but you actually used other stuff today at times.
I used a Nico rig once. I had to get that century belt. I'm like, I got to cross this off. I see fish swimming around. I have to catch one. And then everything else was on a jig.
Okay, so when we saw you were using something different, well, made you look versatile.
Yeah, I can do it. I just choose not to.
So why do you have all those other rods?
I mean, you got to have decoys, got to throw everybody else off. I mean, it feels like I'm doing something.
Sounds like a plan from Koya's book, but you're leading this tournament. Don't go anywhere. He's going to load our Yeti hot seat. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. 5 down, 5 more to go. Let's get the next one rolling this way. You know him well. He is your reigning champion. He joined the Bassmaster Century Club here last year. He is a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is the reigning Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year, the youngest Elite Series champion in history from Illinois, Trey McKinney. Trey McKinney today with 84 pounds and an ounce to start the day. That fish right there, he's looking for 26.9 to take the lead. 38 pounds, 2 ounces, 38.2. And with 122 pounds, 3 ounces, Trey McKinney is leading this event. With that, we say goodbye to Tyler Williams. And wow, our Crush City Monster bag of the tournament, the biggest bag weighed in the tournament, 38 pounds, 2 ounces. Wow.
That's what I said, man. I mean, today was just the day. Like, I'll never probably beat today as long as I ever fish, you know? We fished all new water, except the first spot we started on. And, I mean, today was one of the days we didn't hardly make a wrong move. We lost 1 fish, and I don't know how many we caught. I mean, it was absolute bonkers. I mean, we were throwing back 6s. I did, my smallest one was 7 something. I mean, it was one of those days where we all 3 in the boat was hooping and hollering all day long, and it was unbelievable. It was every bait you picked up. I caught some on a glide, caught some on a crankbait. I mean, it was just good old fishing all day long. It was by far blessed.
You talked this morning about a feeling that you get on the water, and not knowing this body of water very well, but when we watched you today, I mean, at times you were like, I'm going to run that way, but I don't really know that way, and I hope I don't hit anything. Was it really, I mean, were you really following a feeling out there?
Oh, we were sitting there after I caught that 8-pounder, and I was like, heck yeah. You know, we were already that big a bag. I was ecstatic, and I was like, you know, this little nook over there just looks right. And I had never been up there, and I went up there, and, you know, we got going, and I was like, I was like, oh, no. And we cranked down a crankbait and caught him every cast for a little while. I mean, it was the craziest day of fishing, and it was that feeling. That's why I do it. You know, like, it's like anything else. When I was out there just feeling the moment, not worrying about, oh, let's go to this spot, have a good rotation, I just went fishing. And it was the most fun. Caught him on a jig, stroking it like the old guy, Rick Cheatham. He was back in the old days. We were stroking a jig, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if they'll bite that first stroke. I mean, just hammered it, and that's how I caught quite a few of them. So, unbelievable day.
Unbelievable day. We'll join the Century Club once again. A 2-time member of the Bassmaster Century Club. Hold that high. He'll get the official belt at the Bassmaster Classic. But he will have 1 for each shoulder. It's his belt. He can hold it whatever way he wants. 122 pounds, 3 ounces. We don't know how this is going to work out. Obviously, a bunch of anglers left to go. But, man, does this make yesterday a little more frustrating? I mean, because you've literally weighed, out of 8 days of competition, this tournament and last year's tournament, he's weighed over 30 pounds 7 of 8 days. And yesterday, I mean, 21 pounds, which is pedestrian almost for you on this body of water. Does today make yesterday even more frustrating?
Absolutely. You know, I think what it was, I wanted it so bad, and I tried so hard, I hurt myself. I mean, I was out there, I was stressing. It was halfway through the day, you know, and I realized that time, I was like, it's just not happening. You know, and that's when I was trying so hard, and it meant so much to me. I think that's what got to me, and it really kind of hurt it. You know, it's kind of what hurt me, I think, is what made me fall back that day. But, you know, today was that, I think that's, I would have never went up there if I would have caught him yesterday. So I really think it was kind of a God-given thing. Like, even though we might not do however good in this tournament, just the day that I had, I think I would forfeit it for it. I mean, it was that crazy and that special of a day to me, just to run like that and feel it. Like I was saying, the feeling. It just, when you feel that, that made the whole tournament. I'll never forget this tournament as long as I live, no matter what place I end up. So, honestly, I know we did catch 21, but I think it was worth it, just because of the feeling.
It was awesome to watch it live. You load our Yeti hot seat. Let's hear it for him, your defending champion. Let's get our next angler rolling this way. He is a former Bassmaster Open winner. He is a two-time Classic qualifier. He is a former Bassmaster Opens EQ Angler of the Year from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, JT Tompkins. Had 87 pounds and 8 ounces to start the day today. Needs 34 pounds, 12 ounces to take the lead. 32 pounds, 12 ounces, just 2 pounds short of the overall lead, but with 120 pounds and 4 ounces. Guess what? Another century belt was earned right here on Lake Fork. This is so bizarre and so different. I know you guys are used to Lake Fork, but we travel all across the country, and a century belt is so rare, but man, we're on pace to have 10 last year and 10 here this year. And to be honest, if we didn't cut down to 10, we probably would have had more today.
Absolutely. Just like last time, I ended up finishing barely outside the cut last time, but I was easily on track for, over 100 pounds last time. And to get redemption this time is huge. And that just is a testament to how amazing this place is and how insane the amount of giants this place has. It's unlike anywhere else in the world. I mean, I had the most fun day of my life, caught 32-13, biggest bag of the whole week that I steady climbed every day getting, and today I fell. So it was just an unreal day, and just to go out there and just do what I did, the way I did it, caught them all cranking, and that was probably the most fun I ever had, just winding a crankbait. And gosh, I don't know if I ever topped the day. And just between the century belt, doing it on Mother's Day for my mom, and just everything just all in a pile, it was just a day you dream of, and I don't know if I'll ever top it again. And I thank y'all guys for showing up, and I really appreciate all of y'all for giving me the opportunity to have one of those days.
You put on an absolute show on live yesterday, and then again today. You talked about not having a lot of experience with schooling fish in tournaments. I think you're a schooling crankbait guy now.
Yeah, I mean, I dead serious. My 2 worst finishes in the Opens last year were Eufaula, Alabama, and Toledo Bend. Both of them were ledge tournaments. I never have weighed a singular bass off a school in my life. And this week I weighed every single bass, except for, I think, 1 off a school. And to get redemption like that as well, I mean, this was just a huge learning curve. I mean, I feel like I really grew as an angler, and I just had a blast. And I learned a lot, and I had a lot of fun, so I don't think you can do any better than that.
Congrats on a great week. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. 7 down, 3 more to go. He's a Bassmaster Elite Series rookie. He is a 3-time high school champion, a former collegiate champion, a former collegiate angler of the year. He is your current leader in the Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year race from Birmingham, Alabama. Get loud for Tucker Smith. Jeepers creepers, look at the peepers on that swamp donkey. He's going to hold it high one more time. Get your cameras ready. Let me hear it for Tucker Smith. Tucker Smith went out in 3rd place. Started the day with 92 pounds and 10 ounces, hot off a 2nd place finish in our very last Elite Series event, which happened to be on Lake Hartwell. Had 92 pounds, 10 ounces to start the day. Looking for 29.10 to take the lead. 34 pounds, 14 ounces. 34-14, and with 127 pounds, 8 ounces, Tucker Smith is leading the Tackle Warehouse Bassmaster Elite on Lake Fork. And Tucker, 34-14, unbelievable. First of all, another member of the Bassmaster Century Club. Let's make that official. Get a picture. 127 pounds, 8 ounces. He will get the official belt at the Bassmaster Classic. 127 pounds, 8 ounces. Tucker, what a tournament you've had, no matter how this works out.
It was unbelievable. One of the best days I've ever had on the water. And I just made a really good rotation today, man. And I just kept catching big ones. I don't know what happened today. I didn't know what to expect this morning. I went out there and I fished a couple places. I wasn't getting bit much. Pulled up to a new place. I was deciding to scan and using my hummingbird. I was going to look at some new stuff and then ended up seeing a bunch of birds down the bank. Picked up a swim jig, caught a 6-something pounder, and that got my day off started good. And it gave me a good, refresher in my brain. I got to catch 4 giants. And I went out there. I rotated all the best stuff that I had and ended up catching a good bag today.
Those birds have been good to you throughout your career, and this is crazy what we watched happen with you today. The most synonymous professional angler in the history of the sport with their mother is Aaron Martins, the late great Aaron Martins, and his mother Carol. He won an Elite Series event in Lake Havasu on Mother's Day, and his mother was in the crowd. His protege is standing beside me right here, and you are 2 anglers away from winning an Elite Series event on Mother's Day, and your mother is standing right there.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. You can't, yeah, I don't want to cry. I'm getting teary.
We'll let it all work out. Have a seat in our Yeti hot seat. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more to go. Let's keep them rolling this way. Hot off a win at our last event. He's been battling it out with Tucker for Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year. He's an All-American champion, an Elite Series rookie, an Elite Series champion, making back-to-back top 10s from Georgia, Paul Marks. $95 pounds and 11 ounces to start the day today. He needs 31.14 to take the lead. 31 pounds even gives him 126 pounds and 11 ounces. You're 14 ounces short of the title here this week. And after you won, Tucker's your roommate, and we kind of joked, and I said to you, would you have been okay if Tucker won? You might get to see that.
I think so, and I think by the same amount of weight. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
We got to see what Koya's got, but man, what an awesome week out there. So awesome. Over 30 pounds every day. Nothing to complain about. This place is awesome. All you guys are awesome for showing up. My mom's awesome. Happy Mother's Day. All my sponsors, everything. I ran my Phoenix Yamaha around this lake so fast, and I don't know how I never ripped the motor off because I was probably running some dangerous stuff, but man, it was awesome. If Tucker ends up taking it home, he deserves it. You can't blame it on Live Scope. He's the best side scanner on earth, 100%, the best on the planet. And he's taught me everything I know about side scanning and finding schools. And I'm glad he's gonna hopefully take this thing home, see what Koya's got.
Well, you have officially joined Bassmaster Century Club with 126 pounds 11 ounces. So let's get a picture right here. That's 9 Century belts down and 1 more to go to make it a perfect 10, 2 years in a row. And these accolades just keep adding for you. This Elite Series stuff working out pretty darn good.
Yeah, the last 2 tournaments been really special. It's awesome. It's been so much fun the past couple years traveling around. Me and him fished the Opens all year last year together and traveled together and qualified together. So it's super awesome. We're both got 2 top 10s back to back, and we'll see how the next person weighs in. But man, it's so awesome. Thank you everyone for coming. It was really special.
Congrats on a great event. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. And then there was one. Let's get him rolling this way. That one is your Day 3 leader, a 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion, all the way from Japan, Koya Fujita. Cracked the Century Club yesterday, so we know we've got 10 out of 10. Had 100 pounds and 10 ounces to start the day, Kyoya. We'll get our anglers side by side. It's either Tucker or Kyoya. He needs 26 pounds, 15 ounces. Hit it. 21 pounds, 3 ounces. 21-3. Kyoya finishes with 121 pounds, 13 ounces, and Tucker Smith is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Tucker, you have dreamed of this your whole life, to follow in the footsteps of your mentor and give your mother the Mother's Day gift that she asked for right here in Lake Fork. How does it feel?
Unbelievable, man. I feel like I'm in a dream right now for sure. I really didn't expect this, and I thought Kyoya was going to have at least 30 pounds today. And, man, these guys are so good. It really takes a special day to get one of these things, and ended up making it happen today somehow.
You sure did. How long have you been dreaming of hoisting this trophy?
A long time, for sure. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to wait much longer. From Tackle Warehouse, I'd like to welcome Chris Sanchez to do the handoff and make this official. The Tackle Warehouse, a Bassmaster Elite on Lake Fork, belongs to Tucker Smith. Tucker takes it on Championship Sunday. Happy Mother's Day indeed. The Tackle Warehouse Bassmaster Elite at Lake Fork belongs to Tucker Smith. Tucker, we're going to get your family up here. Your mom already told me when I asked her what she asked you for Mother's Day. What did she ask you for?
She wanted a big bag, and she wanted me to win, but I told her I had to catch 40 pounds today, and I didn't think it was going to happen, but it's crazy, man.
How's that for a Mother's Day gift?
Best gift ever.
Let's get him to hold it one more time with his family. There's his dad. This is a family affair. Tucker Smith, the Tackle Warehouse, a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Lake Fork belongs to Tucker Smith. Unbelievable. He rallies from fourth place into the lead, takes this title on Mother's Day, gives her the ultimate Mother's Day gift. How did you do it here this week, Tucker?
I spent all 3 of my practice days using my Humminbird side scan, and I scanned every single point on the lake, every single channel swing, everything. And I found 5 or 6 good hard spots out there. And the first day of the tournament, it was tough for me. They were pulling a lot of current, and those places had like 2 fish on each of them. The second day, they had about 10 fish on each of them. Yesterday, they had about 30 fish on them, and today, there was like 50-plus fish on every single one of them. So it was just meant to be, I guess. But I spent a lot of time behind my graphs. I live on Lake Guntersville, and I side scan a lot, and it's one of my favorite things to do. So to be able to use those techniques out here and be able to figure them out was really, really special.
Very special, and man, crazy to do it here on Mother's Day. I'm going to ask you to hold it one more time. With 127 pounds, 8 ounces, the Tackle Warehouse, a Bassmaster Elite on Lake Fork, belongs to Tucker Smith. 10 century belts once again, but one champion. And he gives his mother the Mother's Day gift that she asked for. Following in the footsteps of his amazing mentor, the late, great Aaron Martins, won an event in front of his mother, and now Tucker Smith has done the same right here on Lake Fork. Big bass, big stage, big dreams, and he is living them right in front of your very eyes. Just 2 weeks after finishing second place to his roommate at Lake Hartwell, he hoists the title. Once again, let me hear it for Tucker Smith. Tucker, going to give you another opportunity to talk here. I know this is super emotional.
Yeah, it really is, man. I spent a lot of time graphing, like I said, but that nitro bass boat that I've got, it's been unbelievable. It got windy today and yesterday, and I was able to run around the lake flawlessly and take those waves good. And also the Minn Kota Quest trolling motor, best trolling motor on the market. It's super quiet, super fast. I think it was key to, I was having to get pretty close to those schools to be able to cast to them today because the wind was so strong. So having a quiet trolling motor like that and being able to get up close to them was really, really special. So it, I mean, all the sponsors that I've got, everybody, I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all the friends and family for coming out. It's unbelievable. It feels like a dream still.
Well, you don't need to pinch yourself because this is real. You're an Elite Series champion, and absolutely nobody in the fishing industry is surprised to see this happen for you. One more time, let's hear it for Tucker Smith. We have a very special presentation that we need to do at this time. From our local hosts, they have a quilting ceremony that they'd like to do with our champion. This is a $5,000 quilt, ladies and gentlemen. The Amazon Star Quilt, donated by Stitch in Heaven in Quitman, Texas, designed by Judy and Brad Niemeyer, quilted by Sandra Coffey, and made specifically for our winner. Thank you very much. And one more time, let's hear it for your champion. Tucker Smith gets it done. The mother load on Mother's Day. And he is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. The Tackle Warehouse Bassmaster Elite at Lake Fork belongs to Tucker. Tucker takes it on Mother's Day, Championship Sunday. And he is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion in only his 5th Bassmaster Elite Series event. How about that one?